May 1st, 2024, Tuesday, beautiful day, afternoon. Um, got a video uploading. I got another one to upload after that, but I want to make one here quickly. Entry point. So what is the entry point for the user? And break away from a web link to something to download that then runs and yada yada. How old school. But to abstract the IoT, yeah, well, I just said it. We want to avoid having the user to like go to a particular link and then answer questions and yeah. No, we'll sell NFTs that are smart contracts. And that NFT is your entry point and your license. We don't need to fool around with licensing and such because it's embedded, it's encompassed in the NFT. And it is the smart contract of that NFT that would handle the computing, the processing, the application, the interface. Well, yeah, whatever, all of it. But okay, a single NFT might, in a sense of uniqueness, might uh, seem too limiting. But again, when we do NFTs, we can make like thousands of them. You can make 1,000 unique ones. You can make one unique one that handles 1,000-fold. So, so we sell the NFTs. They don't buy a software license from us or whatever. They buy the NFT. They bring the NFT up. They activate it, whatever that means, and it handles it from there. It goes out. It has the knowledge. It has the library. It has the connections. It has the social network, so to speak, to handle its use case. So it's yet to be determined if an NFT handles one use case, uses a dozen use cases, whatever. But we want to think in terms of that it's implementing a use case and allowing the users to do that. And so this NFT is the liaison, is the director. Director is a good term. Um, it has a mechanism to know how to launch other microservice agents to fulfill the use case, to fulfill the purpose of the system. So, so that deals with that part. Yeah, I think in terms of VMs, in terms of virtual machines, and so let's imagine we've kicked off this NFT and said, hey, I want to do blah, blah, blah. I want to do this, and that you're supposed to do for me. And then the agent, kind of like a genie in the bottle, right? Your NFT invokes this genie. Maybe we'll even brand it such. That would be fun. Maybe a little chibi silliness. And so that NFT would have to hold the specification. It holds the metadata. And once it gets the configuration information, the query, if you will, from the user, it goes, okay, you, and I'm going to need you, I'm going to need you, I'm going to need you, and launches them off. And we want to try to make them so they're autonomous, so they just run. So what happens to orphaned agents? What mechanism keeps them from ever truly being orphaned? Well, I'm thinking back to my genetic algorithm part of my machine mind um, concepts. That is to say, a being within a being world is generic enough that anyone can do any other work. And it gets assigned to work by like showing up for a job and going down the job list and job list saying, well, we've got this to be done. Um, and thereby we've lent them activation. So ideally, any unicorn mint NFT can do just about any use case. The use case has to do with configuration. There's an epiphany. So not only do you own an NFT that allows you to do some powerful computing, but so which is very powerful because if the agent no longer has any demand for what it was doing, it can be redeployed very easily. Now, at the same time, even though theoretically any one agent could do the job of any other agent, sort of, other than truly micro services. What would be a microservice? Okay, keep thinking file based. Like say read email. I want my agent to read my email to me. Um, that's all it cares about. It doesn't even think about it. All it does is here's an incoming email. Use cusp or something and convert it to text file. Parse out and process that text file. No, no, no. See, the thing about microservices, they won't be micro if you don't make them too narrow and too specific. Um, and thinking like a function. Okay, well, typically you have a function to read a text file. You have a function to write to a text file. But let's imagine a microservice, an agent that does nothing but read the email. So what we want this service to do is take the email, convert it into a text file, read in the text file, and return what is read. That is all that agent does. But then what about parsing it and having some cognition or intelligence in reading that? What? Well, metadata. Okay, there we go. So we have one that reads in the email, but it shouldn't be the one to set the metadata. So you want to have another agent that's its job is Okay, we got this incoming email because at that point it's a text file. Um, and let's give it meta attributes. That's big. That's real big. And how would it do it? Well, that's configure. Everything comes back to configuration. How, whatever we do, a computer can only do what you tell it to do, and everything's arbitrary until someone makes a decision. Everything is arbitrary until someone makes a decision, and then it's support and maintenance. So we do want the agents, for the most part, to be able to have some ability to call other APIs and other agents for support and maintenance. Uh, the agent reads in the email text file, reads in the text and passes it on, and it's done. Except for what happens if it needs an exception handling. What if it errors out because there's no more room in the system to save the output or even save the input for reading? Well, we want to avoid an agent doing the work itself, but it could become a client of another agent saying, I need some house cleaning here. I need some cache scrubbing or whatever. I need more. Actually, how it would go is, hey, agents, GTM OS agents, I need more capacity. Can you look into it and clean it up for me? Because again, the calling agent doesn't need to know how it's being done, just that it has a confidence level that it can be done. And then beyond verify, oh, yes, it has been done or it has not been done. Uh, and then invoke a detective agent. Hey, how come this didn't work? Um, Again, the agent itself should not be doing the troubleshooting, problem solving. That's for another agent to do and provide it to the calling agent. So it's kind of like, yeah, okay, found problem, cleaned it up, you're good to go. Throw a semaphore. Semaphores are you want to use semaphores a lot, even maybe bitwise. See, at every level, as a developer implementing a system, you constantly asking, is it worth, like, say, going bitwise? But then you got to process every niggling little bit and yada yada. Or symbols and patterns. You know, oh, I need to bounce. I'll be right back with